Welcome back students. This is last lecture based on work energy power. Okay, theoretically this is the last topic we are doing. So last topic is what we have done, work, we have done energy, and last today we are doing is what, power. Okay, so let's start with power. Very small topic, nothing is long here, we will finish it very quickly. So power, all of you already know what is power. Simply rate of doing work or rate of change of energy is called what, power, right? So still let me write here what is power. Simplest definition says what, rate of doing work, that is called what, your power, simply, right? So when you say power, we say generally two words. We say either we say what, instant power or average power. Okay, when you are talking about very small time, we say what, instant power, power at any time, right, one particular point. And we say average means they say little long time, we waiting for long time, then what is the power generated or what is the power consumed. So we say power, when we say two words, one will say what, average power, and when they are not saying anything in question like average power they are talking or instant power, is average power generally we say. Okay, or we say what, instant. So these two words we will use. So when you say average power means general formula, right, like work done by time or change in energy, like rate of doing work, I said that's your power, right? So work is also equal to what, last topic you have learned, simply change in energy, right? So suppose you talk average, then how you say power? You say power is simply what, work by what, time, that's all, right? Or you say in energy, then you say like change in energy, it could be kinetic or potential, doesn't matter, by what, change in what, time, that is called what, your average power. Here time is little big in average simply. Okay, instant means time will be very small. So here we say in terms of our differentiation or integration. So if you talk instant power at any particular point, then P will be simply same thing, only just write in what, differential format, dW. What's the meaning of this? That's very small. Okay, so dW by dt, that's what your instant power. So power also you can write in terms of force and velocity. So either you can write rate of doing work, like here an equation of work will be given to you, you have to differentiate and put your time, thus gives instant power. Or you can also write in terms of what, force into what, velocity. Very important formula this. Okay, maximum time we will use what, force into velocity formula, because it's very important. So force into velocity, that's what your also your power. But you see again, force will not be given generally in numerical in the talk, they don't give force. In our Newton's law we have learned that what is the force. Force correct equation is what, dP by dt we have learned. And when you put here dP value, which is what, mv, you know we get this equation, m into dV by dt plus v into what, dm by dt. This was the complete equation of force. So depending upon some situation, whether mass constant or velocity constant, we can answer power. So suppose this you want to answer, how you will answer? Power will be equal to F into V, we said. Then we have two possibilities, means we putting value of force. Suppose say velocity constant, okay, or you say velocity is what, constant, first you are saying. Suppose some question given a velocity constant, then we see that this term is what, 0, this term 0. So your force will be V into dm by dt, that value you put here. So what we will get, force will be, power in that case will be simply V square into dm by dt, and this will be the general case actually. Okay, we will talk here. Okay, suppose they said mass is constant and velocity is what, varying. Mass constant with this term will be what, 0, you see, right? So then your force will be just m into d by dt, is what, ma into v. So you can write what, ma into what, v, that's also what, your power, right? Yes. So look here once more, average power. Average power means talk about big time. Okay, so total work done by total time, or change in energy by change in time, correct? Instant power talk means they talk about very small time interval. Okay, so you do differentiation of what, work, dW by dt, that's what work. Or you can also write here force into velocity, correct? No? If force and velocity both are given, is easy, but this force again they gave in two format, like this is a force formula. So we have this equation, velocity can be constant or mass can be constant. So I said, first I said if velocity constant, then this term is what, 0, remaining term is this much, V into dm by dt, that's what your force. I put it here, then I get V square into dm by dt. Okay, yes. So this formula I already discussed in Newton's laws also, right? Yeah. Or second case is what, if mass constant, okay, then we get general force formula, which you know F is ma into what, that's also what, your power, correct? Okay. So these are main formula about power we will talk. Then let's talk what is unit of power. So when you talk unit of power, we will talk 3 units. Okay, when you talk about first SI unit, then I tell you what, you know watt, correct? Yes. Or if you see this formula is what, energy by time, right? So or you can write what, joule by time, so it becomes what, joule per second. That's also what your power, correct now? Okay, but sometime we'll see what practically we call what, horsepower, right now. So these are the SI unit, you write watt or you write what, joule per second, and the other unit is what, you know, HP, right? HP, small h we write generally here, HP, right now. So you know 1 HP is nothing but what, 746 watt horsepower, right? Now need to explain this. So these units will use. If you talk about dimension of this thing, so dimension can calculate easily, no big deal here. So dimension is what, any formula, right? Power is what, energy by time. So energy by time or work by time, right? Energy formula, you know, if you don't know, you can again calculate. Work is what, force into displacement, right? So it becomes actually m power 1 L power 2 T power minus 2. That's what power or sorry work or energy dimensions by what, one more time, T power 1. So dimension simply equal to what, m power 1 L power 2 and T power minus 3. That's the dimension of what, power. No problem here also, right? Okay. Apart from this, suppose efficiency question will be asked. So when we have any machines, we know already, we will learn in thermodynamics that we cannot build a machine which is what, 100% efficient, means whatever power input you give, same is gives output. That's not possible. Some power is always lost, some energy is always lost. Okay, so everybody or every machine we make is what, less than what, 100% efficient. Okay, efficiency cannot be 100%. So that question will be asked here, efficiency question. Okay, so efficiency is simply what, how much you supplying input, how much you getting output, right? No? So suppose you write in terms of power, then simply say that power out. I write like P out. Okay, P out by P in. Okay, this is efficiency. If they are asking percentage, then you can multiply what, here 100, right? Correct na? Or if you write in terms of energy, then what we will do? Energy output by energy input. So they say like work done. We say like this, work done, how much work is that machine doing, but how much energy is supplying. Okay, energy supplied, okay, into what, 100%. They are asking percentage answer. Do not know what percentage is fraction, then P out by P in, or work done by what, energy supplied. So this question will come, we'll talk in numerical when I give example. Okay. Apart from this, this question is very important in terms of what, a pipe. When liquid is flowing through pipe, we need a power to keep the liquid flowing. So that question very important. So we write this formula also, but in terms of like fluid mechanics values like density of the liquid, velocity, these things will talk, rate of flow. Okay, so I am writing here like for this is especially for what I am talking, like a liquid flowing through what, pipe. For liquid or fluid anything flowing through a pipe. Formula will remain this formula only, but generally what happens when liquid is flowing through pipe is velocity is constant and what, dm by d, rate of mass is what, changing. Continuously some water is coming out. So right, so this format will come. So if they ask like power required to make some liquid flow through a pipe, so power required, okay, what is the answer? Simplest will be this formula, V square into dm by dt. So V is the velocity of the liquid, dm by d is rate of the liquid flow, right? Okay. So now what happens now? This formula we write in terms of the values of what, fluid mechanics. In fluid mechanics we get formula like in terms of density, in terms of rate of flow, these things. Okay, so I am telling how we can write this formula. These things will be there only, how these things comes, that and what fluid mechanics we will be learning. Okay, so when you can write this formula into what, mu into what, V cube. Okay, let me keep writing the meaning of this symbol also, so you don't confuse. So these things are not in this chapter, they comes in what, fluid mechanics, but question has been asked to us. Okay, so here this is what, velocity, velocity of the liquid, this is what rate of mass flowing, or you can say coming out of the pipe per second. Okay, yes, in this formula this mu is called mass per unit length. What is this? Mass per unit length. Mu is what? M by L, how much mass is flowing and by the length of the pipe. Okay, so this is mu is nothing but what? M by what? L, and V is again velocity. So nothing to say here, this is velocity. So sometimes this formula, same formula we write in terms of what? We write in terms of density and the area. So this mu is actually, this M by L is nothing but what? Rho into what? A actually, that we will also see in that chapter. So into V cube, density of the liquid into area of cross section of that pipe in which the liquid is flowing. In terms of this also you can write. So let me explain this. Rho is what? Density of liquid, and your A is what? Area of cross section of that pipe. Okay. Okay, V is again velocity, nothing to explain, right? Okay, they can ask like this way. Then you see they can ask this question in terms of what? Pressure also, because in fluid mechanics we talk about pressure. So look at this formula, power is also what? F into V, right now. So okay, directly force and velocity can be given. Okay, given. Then okay, then we know force is what? Pressure into what? Area, right now. General formula, you know that pressure is what? Force by area. So I am saying this question can be asked in terms of what? Pressure. So they ask in terms of pressure, but then you will see that F I can put what? P into A into what? V. Pressure of that liquid into area of cross section of the pipe into what? Velocity. And you know that this pressure they can write in terms of what? The mercury's liquid level, right? Rho GH, right? So I can write what here also? P also can write like rho GH equivalent to the height of a mercury column, rho GH area into what? Velocity. Or last format I can write this also in one more format. I can write it in terms of what? Rate of the flow. Yes. So in that chapter we have a rate of flow topic will come, like liquid flowing, volume flowing per second through the pipe, dV by dt will come. Okay, rate of volume flow. So if you see that I write this formula in terms of volume, then how it comes? Means this is a velocity again, should not confuse, because volume term is coming, you may get confused. This is velocity again, here also velocity, this also velocity. Okay, other thing you understood. So here area of cross section, G is the acceleration due to gravity, H is coming new, H is the height of liquid column. Okay, height of liquid column. Some example will come here on this, you will understand. I am writing every possible things they can ask to you. Okay, I am talking about here. So this formula we are writing in terms of what? Rate of flow, dV by dt. This we will talk. We will see a equation of continuity where they say the rate of flow through a pipe is always constant. Okay, so this is called dV by dt, that I want to bring here. So this term area into velocity, this is called what? Rate of flow. So there is a equation we have in that fluid mechanics called what? Equation of continuity, which says that the rate of flow, either write Q symbol or write dV by dt, is simply equal to what? Area into what? Velocity. This is what rate called rate of flow. So this term is nothing but what? Rate of flow. So they can ask this question. Finally I am saying here, let me write one more way. So rho GH, that's your pressure, into area into velocity, this is called what? Rate of flow. So I am writing dV by dt. Now this dV means now what? This is what? Rate of flow. Be careful. dV by dt, this is called rate of flow. This is simply what? Volume per second. Rate of flow means what? Volume per second. So rho GH into, because this question was asked, they asked some question, I don't remember exactly. They said what is the power of the heart, human heart, and they gave the rate of blood flow was given. So this was given, and pressure was given. So this formula we have to use. Okay. So these all the possible format they can ask based on a pipe, liquid is flowing through the pipe. So many format I told you. So we should not confuse with them, because everything is coming from the same formula only, right? Okay. Apart from this, you have to give attention here. This is like power required to make some liquid flow through a pipe. One more question they can ask, like the kinetic energy imparted. How much kinetic energy we have to supply to make this liquid flow? So very, very important here. Kinetic energy imparted to make liquid flow. If they ask what, or probably I should write like rate of, at what rate we should supply the kinetic energy. Rate of kinetic energy imparted to the to make what, liquid flow. Okay. Then this kinetic energy will be what, half of this formula what you wrote everything. So rate of kinetic energy I am talking. So with time we should say like rate. Okay. Kinetic energy by what, time, rate we are talking. So there is small derivation we do not need, I am just writing. So it becomes half of these formulas. So generally they ask in rho and V cube this format, but they can ask in this format also, half mu into V cube, means all possible only, but just understand this becomes half of that value, be careful. Okay. Okay. So I have spoken all the basic formulas, units, dimensions, efficiency, then especially for pipe, and now see some graphical relation you see, then this will theoretically is over, we will do problems. Suppose you talk about graphs. If you draw a graph between what? Energy or work or energy, anything you say, versus time. You get any type of curve, right? This is the curve. This is what? Energy versus what? Time curve, right? Now, energy and time curve. Let me draw some nice curve. It's looking a little stupid. Okay. Suppose you got this type of curve. Then these two things, average instant power, how to calculate from the graph between energy versus time, or what, work versus time. If you take a tangent at any point, tangent to this point, and you find the slope of that tangent, that will give what, your instant power. So what I am writing here, slope of tangent at any point gives what, instant power, means dw by what, dt. The tangent at any point, at any instant, the slope of the tangent gives what, you, instant power. Or then what is average power? Again work or energy graph versus time. Suppose you have some graph okay, and what you do, you draw a tangent or a line, you say straight line between any 2 points, point A and point B on this graph, you join by a line. Okay, this is a straight line. Then slope of this straight line gives you what, your average power. So what is the definition here? Slope of a straight line between any 2 points. Here is a one particular point A only. Here we need 2 points, right? Yes, but any 2 points gives what, average power. So power average nothing but what, your change, you should try like change in work by what, change in what, time. Or suppose you draw a graph between what, power versus what, time. Power and time, these are energy versus what, time, or work versus time. If you are drawing between power and time, you any type of graph you get, then the area under this curve, that gives what, work done, because P into T that gives work or change in what, energy. So area under, you write carefully in words that area under power and time curve, this curve gives what, gives work done, or you can say what, change in energy also, change in what, energy. So this change can be kinetic or potential, depends upon the situation, right? Okay. So now this is all about what, power completely done, you don't need anything else more than this. Okay, you will be able to answer all problem based on this much facts only. Okay. So now what we are doing, we are doing some problems based on what, power. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's see problems on power. So here are few problems, let's see them. A pump can take out 7200 kg of water per hour from a 100-meter deep well. Calculate the power of the pump efficiency is what? 50%, right? Pump is taking water out of well. How much water is taking? This much in what time given? 1 hour, and the depth of the well is also given. So they are asking to calculate the power of the engine. So first much, how much power required to take that water out? Okay. So power required is what? First understand how much power we required actually. That's what we doing. We doing work, and work we doing against what? Gravity. So potential energy is changing. So you say change in your potential energy by what? Time, right? Okay. So initial potential will be what? 100-meter deep water we have, then we bring it out. So at out is say 0 energy. So simply potential changing. How much changing? mgh by time, correct? Okay, let's calculate. M is already given 7200, right, into G means what? 10, depth is given what? 100, and time also given to you per hour. This time is given 1 hour. 1 hour we writing SI system, 60 into what? 60, that's your 1 hour, right? Okay. Okay. 1020 you can cancel them here, right? Then this becomes what? 36, 36 also goes what? 2 time here. So you see this is coming to 000 watt, right? This much power is really required to take the water out, but your pump is not 100% efficient. Its efficiency is what? 50% only. So you have to supply more power to what? Our engine to do that much work. So we writing efficiency formula. You said efficiency is what? P out, how much out by P in into what? 100, correct? So this efficiency is given 50%, correct na? Okay, 50% means what? 1 by 2, also write 50%, then so that, okay, let me write 50 is equal to, how much power output we really required is what? 2000, and we have to calculate how much power we have to supply to the engine, correct na? To do that much work. So that P in we need into what? 100. So this goes here 2 times. So P in, you see simply it comes what? 4000 watt, or you say 4 kilowatt. That will be the power of engine we require to do that work, right? Okay. Now see an important thing here. In this question they said just we want to take the water out of the well. How much work we have to do? How much power we have to supply? So here only potential changing. But let's see next question. They said in the above problem, if pumps water take out with a velocity of 10 meter per second, then calculate the power of the pump now. So we are taking water out of the well and we are giving some velocity to that water also. So here kinetic energy is also changing. So in this question kinetic plus potential both will be changing. We are doing work against what? Both, right? So here they did not say anything about velocity. So only potential was changing. We are just taking water out of the well, that much, okay? But here we are taking water out of the well and then we are giving some kinetic energy or velocity to that water also. So in this what will happen? Power required will be what? You say rate in kinetic energy plus change in potential, okay, whatever energy I am saying total energy by time, same formula, it will change potential energy plus half mv square by what? Time. Both energies are changing here. Let's calculate them. Okay, I think this already we calculated because potential we calculated is coming what? 2000. I have to calculate only half mv square. Half mass is what? 7200 into velocity is what? 10 into 10 divided by what? Again 60 into what? 60. So these zeros goes here. This was 2 times 2 get cancel here. So I am getting here around what? 100. Correct na? Okay. This answer is very small. So let me big little how I can make. Okay, doesn't matter. Who care about that? Okay. So this is coming what? Now 100 watt. This is for this one only. So total becomes what? 2000 there plus 100 here. So this becomes 2100. Clear? Watt. That is now power it requires. Okay, really. But how much power we have to supply to our engine, because engine is not 100% efficient. So again we are writing efficiency formula. Efficiency is what? Again you say P out by P in, really how much we required into what? 100. This is again 50% means 50 is equal to what? P out. Now P out is how much we needed is what? 2100 by how much power we have to supply to the engine into what? 100. So you see this time the P in becomes what? Double of this, this becomes 4200 watt, or you say 4.2 kilowatt. That will be your really power required to do that work, right? So give attention to the question where they are asking you are just taking water out of the well, or you taking out and giving some kinetic energy or velocity to that water also, right? Velocity. Okay, let's move on. So next question says that water is falling on blades of a turbine at the rate of what? 100 kg per second. Water is falling on a turbine, right? From a height of what? 100 meter. Calculate the power generated in the turbine. Okay, so here what happening, mass is falling continuously on what? Some turbine, okay, and height is given to this much. So we have to calculate what is the power generated, right? Okay, so no problem. What we will do here, look here, power is what? Here what changing, you can see rate of mass is given d, this is nothing but what? dm by dt, right? And this is what height given to you. So we doing work against what? Like what energy is changing here? Potential energy, falling water from some height, alright. So potential energy is what changing, that potential energy giving us what? To work in the turbine or power. So power will what? So again we say the energy, change in energy by what? Time. So energy changing is what? mgh by what? Time. Clear? Look, m by t is directly given to you, rate of mass 100 kg per second. So m by t, write them together, m by t, this is given g and h. So this is given how much? They said 100 kg per second, m by t, mass by time. G we know it's 10, and height is also given to you what? How much? 100 meter. So 100. So if you see this becomes 5 zeros, 10 power 5 watt, or say 100 kilowatt. That's what your answer simply, right? Okay. Let's see next question. So they said 1 horsepower. Okay, power is given HP, you can convert into what? Watts, you know. Okay, 1 HP motor pumps out water from a well of depth 20 meter and fills a tank of volume 2238 liters. Here is liter, okay, at a height of 10 meter from the ground. Calculate the time taken, time we have to calculate to fill this empty tank. So what happening? Two things are given. Suppose this is your ground first, okay. Then your well is what? Below this ground, given something, okay. So this depth is given of this well, and how much that given? 20 meter. You taking water out of this and you filling a tank, and tank is at some height. This is your tank, suppose. So right, this is your tank, and tank height is also given to you from ground. How much given? 10 meter. So you're just not taking water out on the ground, you taking it out and rising to some height also, right now? Yes. So that's given what? You taking water out and filling what? This tank is saying, okay, correct. And volume of this is given what? This much, okay. Then what else given? Power is given what? 1 HP. They are asking that what is time taken to fill. So power is given, that's given what? 1 HP, or you say is what? 746 watt. This is given to you. What else? Volume of this tank is given 2238 liter, because we are filling water, right? 1 liter is what? 1 kg, you know. So means simply mass of this whole will be what? Simply how much water we are taking out? Simply 338 kg itself, right? This is only for water, you know. Okay. Now what you have to calculate is time. So let's write power formula. Power is again change in energy by what? Time. So what energy again changing here? Potential. But how potential changing? We are taking water from here, this depth 20 meter, and rising to what? Height 10 meters. So potential changing from here to what? That point. So height change is what? 30 meter, not only 20. We are taking water out of the well and we are rising to some height also, okay. Okay, let's write this. So what energy changing? Potential mgh by t. Okay, mass, how much mass we are rising? This much. To fill, we want to fill this tank completely, okay. So 2238, g is 10, h is what? 20 plus 10 means what? 30 meter, and time we have to calculate, and power is given 746 watt. Correct. So let's bring that term down here. Time will be 2238 into, this becomes 300, okay, 30 into 10 by time 746. Correct. So let's cancel this number. Then how will cancel? So 15. You have to cancel this number. This goes exactly 15 times, then this will go 4 and what? 60. Correct. Yes, you have to calculate this number. So 15 plus into 60, and this time will be what in seconds, right? This time will be what in seconds, okay? Second, and yes, this much only coming, 15 into 60 is coming, okay? Seconds, please check this calculation. So if wrong, put comment and tell me. Okay, so 15 into 16 second is coming. Suppose answer is given second, then this much only, or answer is given minute, then you will divide it, that become 15 minute, or answer is given hour, then you again by divide with 60, so it becomes what, 1/4 hour, right? I think correct only, nothing wrong. So still you check this calculations, okay? I did just roughly. Okay, question number 5 now we are doing. So this is the time taken to fill your tank. So be careful, like this type of question also, where like you are taking water out just here, you are taking out and giving some velocity. Here you can take just water out of this, then you are taking out and filling a tank which is what, 10 meter height from the ground. So be careful like this. Okay, let's talk next question. They say a truck of mass 1000 kg moves up an inclined plane. Okay, so truck is moving on an inclined plane, rising 1 in 15. This is important thing here. I have seen many chapters they say that incline, they don't give angle like this type of questions. We have done Newton's laws, inclined plane, right now. Generally they give the angle, so it's very easy to calculate component and all these things. They can ask this, instead of giving this angle, they give like this way, the plane rising 1 in 50. What's the meaning of this? Meaning of this will be what? When you go like 50 meter along the incline, how much you rising vertically? Just 1 meter. That's the meaning of this, 1 in 50. When you go 50 meter along the incline, that much travel, then how much you rising from ground is what? Just 1 meter. That's meaning of 1 in 50. So please focus on this. This is a very, very important thing, okay? Very easy question, but student do wrong because of that thing. So 1 in 50, okay? This is the meaning of this side is what? 1 meter, then this side is what? 50 meter, like that, okay? Okay, now what the said question? Truck is there, there's a truck of some mass, let's say m, doesn't matter, is rising up. We have to calculate how much power required to rise, and what is given? Speed is given to us, okay? So first, which formula we'll use? Because here power at force into velocity we can use, because you know velocity, force we can calculate. Okay, there is no friction given here, this is a frictionless, right? In the question they did not say about friction. So if you want to move this truck up, then you have to come over what force? The weight of this what? Truck. That weight is how much? Component along this direction is called mg sin theta, you know, right? Mg will be here, you know. We learn all this in Newton's law, right? So that angle is called what? Theta. So this component become mg sin theta. So we have to overcome this component, right? Mg sin theta. So now what is power? Force is what? Mg sin theta into what? Velocity. Let's calculate them first. Velocity is given kilometer hour. Let's convert 36 kilometer per hour given. You write just 5 by what? 18. So that becomes what? 10 meter per second directly, right? What else? What is mg sin theta? Okay, like m is given what? 10,000. Okay, 10,000. G means what? 10 sin theta. Sin theta means what here? Perpendicular by what? Hypotenuse, right? Yes. So this by that. Like angle is not given. This side and that side given. So you can write just 1 by what? 50 into velocity you calculated what? 10. Okay, so if you calculate this number, then how you will see this goes here, this goes what? 5,000 into 10, this becomes what? 50,000, right? Something like that is coming watt, or you say 50 kilowatt will be the answer. Suppose by chance here they ask a difficult question and friction is given here. I will give an example like that. Okay, friction is given here. Then the power required will be opposing in weight plus friction also, because if body is moving upward, then friction will act again what? Downward, frictional. So here force will be what? Mg sin theta plus frictional force into velocity that you have to calculate, right? That will be power required. I will give example of this. Okay, wait. Okay, so this we have done. Let's see some more questions now. So question number 6 says 30,000 kg airplane takes off with a speed of 50 meter per second. Okay, and after 5 minutes it is at height of 3 kilometer and moving with a speed of what? 100 meter per second. Calculate the average power required in 5 minutes if efficiency is given what? 40%. So an airplane, fighter airplane is taking off, and its mass given at what speed it take off from ground, that is given, and after 5 minutes is at some height and moving with some velocity, that is given. So they are asking that how much power required in what? 5 minutes, and efficiency also given. So first we know power is equal to here energy changing and kinetic and potential both are changing. So simply say change in energy by what time, thus your power. So you have to calculate first what change in energy, time we know. Okay. So calculate change in energy. What is the initial energy it has? Initially it has only kinetic energy, so on ground and moving with some velocity, and how much that is already given to us. Initial speed given this much. So what is the initial energy? Half mv square only it has. Half mass is given 30,000, right, and velocity is given what, 50. 50 into what, 50, correct. Okay. So this becomes what, simply 15,000, right. So 25, I am writing this number only, 25 into 15 into 10 power, how much remaining, 1 2 3 4 5 zeros, thus joule is the energy initially. Now final, what is there? Final it has some height plus it has velocity also, so it has kinetic plus potential both energy plus half mv square. How much potential it has? Mass. Okay, mass is how much given? 30,000. So 30,000, g is 10 and h is given 3 kilometer, means what, 3000 meter. That's the potential energy it has, plus kinetic energy is half mv square. M is what again, 30,000, and velocity now is how much given, 100 into what, 100. That's a final. So if you calculate that, it's a big number, so calculate it properly. And how much comes? So I say 3 into 3, that's become 9. And how much zeros? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 zeros. 9 into 10 power 8 minus, here how much we have? Okay, this becomes what, 15,000. So here we have 15 into 10 power how much, 3 zeros, 2 zeros, 2 zeros, so 7 zeros we have, right, 15. So what I do to solve this, 9 into 10 power 8, I have to make this 10 power 8, so I can write here 1.5 into 10 power what, 8. So this becomes how much? This becomes 9 minus 1.5 means what, 7.5 into 10 power 8 joule. Okay, so that answer also you would write in 10 power 8, or this answer you would write into that power, so that we can calculate them. So what is change in energy? Final we have this much. So let me reduce this number. I write this as 75 into 10 power what, 7. This number I am writing, okay, minus. So that number is we write. So that number will be 2.5 into 1.5, or let's multiply this number, so that calculation becomes 25 into what, 15, right. 15 into 5 is how much, 75, yes. So 5 and 7, 15 into 2 is what, 30 and 37. So this became 375 into 10 power 5. So this number I am writing as 3.75 into 10 power what, 7. Okay. So you see now overall answer should comes 75 minus 3.75. So if you take less 3 means becomes 72, means what, 71.25 into 10 power 7 joule, that's energy. Now we have to calculate power. Okay. So power will be energy by what, time. So 71.25 into 10 power 7 by time is given 5 minutes, 5 into 60. Now listen carefully, this is power required to do that, but the efficiency of that is given what, 40%. So this is what power we have, I am not calculating this much, okay. So efficiency will be what, power out by power in into what, 100. We have to calculate what is the power supplied to this, okay, how much power will require. So power in will be nothing but, you say P out means 71.25 into 10 power 7 by 5 into 16. This is power need. Power in we calculating, so by efficiency that's given 40% into what, 100. So this again goes 2.5 time, this goes what, 2 time, right. Okay. So this number only you have to calculate now. So I am writing 71.25 into 10 power 7, 60 into what, 120. So let's cancel it further. 1 0 suppose goes here, 10 power 6 and becomes here 12. 12 goes what, 5 time 60. Then what is remaining? Is remaining is what, 60 means what, 11 112 remaining, right. Yes. So okay, say 2 times, then it's remaining 1 2. So around something like that into 10 power what, 6, okay, 5.2 like that. This answer will come in watt. Please check these calculations because I am doing just on board, so sometimes I do calculation mistake. Please tell me. Okay, so it should be done like that way. It was little long, but it's okay. Let's do next question. The force required to tow a boat at constant speed is proportional to what is speed? Give attention here. Force required to move a boat is proportional to what is speed? This is given that F is proportional to what? V. Okay. If a speed of 4 km per hour requires a power of what? If speed of this much is required, power of this much, then how much power is required to move at speed of what? 12 km per hour. Okay. First look at this point. Force and velocity is given proportional. Then how power will vary? Power is what? Force into what? Velocity, you know. Clear? Again, force is proportional to what? Velocity. Right now, suppose you write force is equal to some constant k into velocity. When you put here, you get k into what? V square. F is what? K into V. So we see power and velocity are what? Square proportional. Right? Initially, you want to move at this speed, this is much power required. So we are writing initial power required is 7 kilowatt, and new power we have to calculate P days. Initial speed is given 4 and new speed is given how much? What? 12 by and square. So square. So this becomes 1 by 3, means becomes 1 by 9. So P days will be simply what? How much? It comes 7 into what? 9. That what will be your answer. Okay, you will write it. Done? Okay. Next question is in terms of vector. Yeah, I forgot to tell you a small thing, that this power you writing F into V, so you can write a vector form also, right now. So power will be what? F dot V. It's a scalar thing, right? Because dot product of what? Two vectors, right? You can write like this way also in your notes, please, at starting when I told you these formulas. Okay, so it's a very simple question. Force is given and they said velocity is given. What is the power required? You have to multiply them. Okay, you can do it by yourself also. So I have to do this question. It is little long, so let me do it here. Power is what? You say F dot what? V. That's all. So this is given as 3I minus 2j plus k vector dot product of what? I minus 2j plus what? 4k. So not dot product means what? Same things becomes 1, otherwise what? 0. 3I into I, this becomes what? 3. Okay, plus minus 2j. And here also minus 2j, correctly I am doing now. Okay, so minus become plus, and 2 means become 4, k and 4k means becomes what? 4. So this become 8 and 3 is what? 11 watt. That's done. This is a very simple question. Okay, now look at this problem, last problem. If a body of mass m start moving from rest, okay, mass m moving from rest from the origin along x direction with constant power p. Power is given constant, mass given, and starting from rest, calculate the velocity and time relation, calculate the distance and time relation, calculate velocity and distance relation. So this type of question again they ask in every chapter actually. Any formula is given, they can ask to relate something. Okay, so what we do, whatever thing they are talking, we should write that formula, and some things will be given constant, like here power given constant, mass is a constant, right? You should bring those things, and whatever not constant, remove those things. Okay, so let's start. Power is given constant. Power is what we know? Force. Okay, power is nothing but what? Force into velocity. First thing, right? First relation we need velocity and time. Means we need velocity here, we have to bring time, and whatever constant thing like power is constant, no problem, but force is we don't know, so you have to remove this term. So let's remove force. Force you can write m into a into v, mass into acceleration. Now power we need, yes, a constant we need, mass is a constant, no problem. Velocity we need because we find relation between velocity and what? Time. Acceleration we don't need. So what you can, you remove this again. M into v, acceleration writing as dv by dt, right? Yes. Now everything we need this. Power we need is a constant, mass a constant, velocity relation we need, dv and dt again we need, right? Okay, dt you send other side. P into dt, and mass you also send other side. Here is what remaining, v into dv. Let's integrate this because it's a variable, right? When you integrate, what you will get? P is a constant, m is a constant, dt means what? Becomes time t. Here v into dv becomes what? V square by what? 2. So we need first what? Velocity and time relation. So we'll see that velocity v square is equal to what? 2p by m into what? T. And velocity becomes root of this. So velocity how it varies? Root 2p, and this is a separate thing, t power what? Half. So this is the answer. How velocity will varies? Directly proportional to what? T power what? Half. That's the velocity how it varies. Okay. Okay. Now what we need? we need what? Distance and time relation. So we have velocity and time relation, right? Yes, and you see velocity is nothing but what? Dx by dt, differentiation of what? Displacement. So this equation I am picking again. I am writing dx by dt because this is a velocity only. So this velocity I am writing as dx by dt is equal to what? Root 2 pm's constant term and t power what? 1 by 2. So dt you bring on this side. Okay, next step I do, and integrate on both sides because you have to find x. It will equal to what? So root 2 pm, and these things are outside. You can put t power half into what? Dt. Dt I brought on this side. If you integrate this, what will get? So you will get on this side x will be equal to root 2 p by m, and integration of t power half into our dt. So that become t like x power n into our dx. So x power n plus 1. So this become what? T power 3 by 2 by what? 3 by 2. So this is your how x varies. These are all are constant everything. So x varies how? X varies t power what? 3 by 2. Okay. Suppose they ask like they did not say here that how acceleration varies. So acceleration also you can find, you can differentiate this term, right now, because dv by dt, again differentiate this, you will get what? Acceleration. But here they are asking what? Velocity and distance relation. Velocity in terms of time here, velocity in terms of what? Here. So from here only we can just divide this equation, we will get I think the answer, right? How velocity and time varies, right? Velocity and distance relation they are asking. Okay. So what you can do, you can equate just these two equations, this equation and that equation. So divide them, you say this 1 and 2 I am dividing these two. So v by x, okay, here what getting? T power half, here I am getting what? T power 3 by 2, correct? Okay. If you divide it opposite becomes nice calculation, actually does not matter because looking simple to me. If you do x by v, because the time power is big, by v, then it becomes what? A t power 3 by 2 upon t power half, this goes up, becomes t power what? 2. So this is the x and v relation, that x is proportional to what? V into what? T square, like that, something you can write. Okay. Okay. So these are the questions based on power. And here I did not discuss the question based on that those formula, pi formula, I told you many format, because those are direct questions to you. Okay, you don't need to use your brain, just directly what is given that you have to put. Okay, yes. So those questions will be in previous year, because 3-4 questions they have asked on this. So I will do in PYQs. Okay, those questions. So we have done now our this topic completely, work, energy and power completely we have done. If you have any type of doubt please put in the comment, I will reply. And after this we will be now doing next chapter, which will be rotation we are doing. Okay, and rotation is even more important from exam point of view. And rotation, what we will do, we will not learning anything new. Whatever we learned so far, that we learn in terms of translatory motion or linear motion, that we will write in terms of what? Rotational motion. Every formula will be same actually. Okay, just we write them in terms of what? Rotation. Okay, so thank you so much.